It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
Off of Clockner Road, here in the heart of Hamilton Township, the Northstars of Nottingham play host to the Bulldogs of Hopewell Valley here this afternoon on the WBCB Sports Network. Hello again, everybody. Mike Warren alongside Darnell Turner. Great to be with you as two of Mercer County's finest take off here today at home of the Northstars, Nottingham High School, as the Northstars take the field for the first time today as they play host to the 2-1 Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Hopewell's won two straight, coming off of a big victory against Notre Dame last week, 34-14 fashion. And a huge win it was back on September 12th, as the Bulldogs had no problem rolling in that one. The ground attack got going early in that one, Darnell. Ethan Valenza, 23 carries, 156 yards, and a touchdown, a 53-yard score for Valenza in that contest. The ground game's been going good for the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. On the other side for the Northstars, they're looking for their first win as they enter today at 0-3, trying to get their offense going, but they've got their starting quarterback back with them today. Dante Vasquez, the senior, makes his first start here this afternoon.
Yeah, like you said, both these teams kind of going in different directions to start the season. Hopewell, after an early loss, they've bounced back and won two big games, scoring 59 points and 34 points back-to-back. So, their offense is coming in clicking right now. And, Nottingham's been struggling the last couple of games, only been able to muster up 13 points in their last two. But like you said, having their starting quarterback back this game should hopefully help them put some more points up, because they're going to need it against this high-powered offense. Absolutely.
Captains meeting at midfield, coin toss seconds away here from Nottingham High School. First Responders Day here at Nottingham, their annual event here at the high school, and it's been a good turnout so far. Fans still filing in as we are moments away from honoring America. The coin toss taking place down at midfield. And the captains for Nottingham, James Rumpf out there representing the Northstars, as well as Ted Mondesir. Malcolm Brickhouse out there, and Malcolm Lusaint. For Hopewell Valley, Jude Berman, Grayson Vlasic, senior Carter Horvath, and Luke Hemmer, the captains for Hopewell Valley.
Nottingham won the coin toss and will be kicking off.
Nottingham won the toss. They elect to kick. They will get the ball to start the second half. We'll see this Hopewell Valley Bulldogs offense to begin this afternoon. Moments away from kickoff here on WBCB. We'll step aside as we honor America here at Northstar High, the home of the Northstars, at Nottingham High, rather. It's the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs and the Nottingham Northstars coming up next here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns in Mercer County. It's time for a change. It's time for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Commissioners. Dan is active in our local community and supports the youth of our community and is a certified coach with USA Lacrosse. Alexander is vice chair of the Young Republicans and is a lifelong Mercer County resident. Alexander DeFalco and Dan Hanley will alleviate the current tax burden and support using the annual surplus to pay for a large-scale tax break. November 4th, vote for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Board of Commissioners. Proceeding paid for by Dan Hanley.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine.
Receiving for the Bulldogs, Jude Berman and Michael Whitman.
Northstars set to boot things off here to the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs, as the visiting Bulldogs will get first possession here today. Riccardi Cherry, a deep blast to Jude Berman inside the 10-yard line, across the 20, 25, near the 30. Tripped up right around the 27-yard line. First and 10 for Hopewell Valley. A decent return for Berman as he takes it from right around the 8-yard line all the way up to the 27. A 19-yard return there from Berman. The 29 is actually where they'll mark it.
At their own 29-yard line.
First and 10 for Hopewell Valley. We'll see Grayson Vlasic and the Bulldogs offense for the first time today. Here's Vlasic in the gun. Split receiver set. Berman, the low man. Vlasic takes the snap. Design quarterback run. Takes off left side. Has some space and lunges towards the yard to gain. He's got the first down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 11 on the first carry from scrimmage. The quarterback draw up the middle. Gets a first down here for Hopewell Valley. They'll go no huddle.
Yeah, nice design on that first play there to pick up a first down.
Vlasic slings it wide. Berman, a man on his back, loses the football as he hits the turf. The Northstars have it, and they're going to have possession.
Talk about a huge momentum play to start the game.
Riccardi Cherry on the tackle, forcing the fumble, and the rest of the Northstars defensive secondary falling on top of it. A turnover forced on the first possession of the game, and the Northstars get their offense out on the field quickly in good field position. They'll start on the 47 here in Bulldog territory.
Yeah, but you're a team that's struggling coming in 0-3 looking for your first win. It's little things like that you have to try to do to beat a team like Hopewell today.
Vasquez in the gun, back to either side, wants to throw, slings it right side, it's complete. Out to the running back, and Kurt Falzini musters his way across the line of scrimmage, a gain of about 6 on the play. Or excuse me, a 4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 6. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7. Wildcat formation here. Vasquez up at the line of scrimmage as a receiver. Rumpf takes the snap, feeds the back right side. On the carry this time is Malcolm Brickhouse. Not much going for him there. He'll actually lose a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down at about 9. Loses about 2 on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up here for Nottingham.
Northstars at the 46-yard line.
Will be a big 3 and out for Hopewell after early hiccup with the turnover.
Third down and 9 to go here in the first quarter. Under 10 minutes now to play as the clock continues to tick. Vasquez takes the snap, throws right side, pass is complete. First down and more here for Nottingham. Stepping out of bounds after the completion is Gene Bosquet. A gain of about 12 on the play, enough to move the sticks, 1st and 10. Dante Vasquez, an injury at the end of last season. His first start here this afternoon, looking pretty sharp to start.
Yeah, off to a good start, great pass. And able to pick up the first down, keep the chains moving.
Here's Vasquez this time in the pistol. The low man, Ted Mondesir. In motion, James Rumpf. They'll feed the back left side, Northstars. Some good blocking up front, a strong carry of almost 5 on the ground. It is a gain of 5. Carter Horvath on the stop there for Hopewell Valley.
2nd and 5, Northstars.
He's done a very good job so far early on, mixing it up. Got some good yardage through the air and on the ground so far here.
Strong carry that time. Ernesto Ortiz, the back. Movement up front. This is going to be a false start against Nottingham.
False start for Northstars.
Set them back 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, those are the kind of pre-snap penalties you want to try to avoid because they can be drive killers, and you know they were moving the ball pretty well before that. So you want to keep that momentum going.
Fullback bunched up left side. It's Malcolm Brickhouse. Ortiz in the pistol set. They'll go to him right side. Bottled up at the line of scrimmage and tackled for a loss. Ortiz almost lost that football as the Bulldogs able to bottle him up in the backfield. A loss of about 3 on the play. 3rd down and 13 to go as the Northstars trending in the wrong direction. They go backwards. Under 9 to play here in this first quarter. After the Northstars defense forces the turnover on the first drive from the Bulldogs offensively. This is 3rd and 13 for the Northstars offense. Trips left. Bosquet at the top of the screen. Rolling left, Vasquez. Pass deflected. Caught by Rumpf. First down and more. Looked like it was through the hands of the intended receiver in Ortiz. And it found the wide open James Rumpf behind him. A first down for Nottingham as they convert on 3rd and 13. They'll take it.
As they say, sometimes it's better to be lucky than to be great. They were certainly fortunate right there.
Nottingham working from the near side of the field. Rumpf going to be the quarterback on this play as they move Vasquez to the top of the screen. Brickhouse to his right in the gun. Takes the snap, goes right. Rumpf on the keeper. He's bottled up by a pack of Bulldogs for a loss. Loses 3 on the play, 2nd down and 13 to go.
Yeah, last couple
More like
rushing
14.
attempts by Nottingham. Hopewell's been all over it.
2nd and 15, Northstars.
Arvin Pena comes into the game for Nottingham, number 5 for the North Stars. Second and long from the far side of the field. Vasquez looking over to the sideline, trying to get the play. Breaks the huddle. Pena at the top of the screen. Back in motion is Ortiz. They give it to him right side. Misdirection. Has blockers. Fights his way across the original line of scrimmage. Tackled at the 15-yard line. A strong carry from Ortiz for the North Stars. Ernesto Ortiz, the senior running back, makes this third and manageable here for Nottingham. Looking at about 6 yards to go. Under 7 to play here in this first quarter. Nottingham keeping it on the ground. They were able to convert on the last third down on the deflection play. The tip drill working in their favor. Receivers get lined up at the line of scrimmage. Vasquez pitches right, movement up front, no flags. They pitch it out wide right to Kurt Falzini. He's tackled for just about no gain on the play. It's 4th down. Gavin Barker in on the stop, the sophomore defensive lineman.
4th and 6, North Stars.
Nottingham keeping the offense on the field here on 4th and 6. Vasquez directing traffic. In the pistol offset eye. Movement up front.
They got him.
Looks like they got one of the Bulldogs in the neutral zone. It's still going to be 4th down, I believe. It's still 6 yards to the chain, so it's still going to be 4th and short, I believe.
If this was the Eagles, that'd be an automatic first down.
That's right, they'd be bringing out the tush push. It's still 4th down, 4th and 1 to go. Big test for this Bulldogs defense. They motion Rumpf to the top of the screen. Vasquez wants to throw, looks left, fired, intercepted. The Bulldogs with a big red zone turnover. Taking the football away is the senior Kyle Yadamick.
Talk about coming up huge in a big spot there on 4th down.
The safety creeps down into the box and comes up with a red zone takeaway. 2 turnovers for one for each team, I should say, early on in this one. A fumble from the Bulldogs, their first offensive possession, and a red zone turnover on the interception. Vasquez throwing that one to Yadamick. A nice play there for the Bulldogs. They'll work from their own 10. 90 yards in front of them. Whitlock and Berman to the left. They'll sweep it left side. Here's Valenza for the first time today, looking for the corner. Pushed out of bounds on a strong carry of about 7. Ethan Valenza entered today on the season with 41 carries for 464 yards, 5 touchdowns through just 2 games so far. His first touch of the afternoon, 2nd down and 2, a gain of 8 on 1st down.
Yeah, he's been a true workhorse these first couple of games. He's a home run threat, averaging almost 11 yards a carry, so he's huge for them in this offense.
Vlasic takes the snap, wants to throw, pressure from the backside. Ball's on the turf. The North Stars have it. A huge sack on the backside. Pressure was brought.
What a hit.
Malcolm Lusaint brings the pressure and forces the fumble.
That's how you like the team and the crowd up.
1st and goal for Nottingham from the Bulldogs' 2-yard line.
Certainly not the start Hopewell Valley expected offensively. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, and now Nottingham right back with another chance here to put 6 on the board.
Ball marked at the 2-yard line. Vasquez in the gun. Late substitution here for the North Stars, and they're going to take a timeout. Milo Williams and the North Stars, their first timeout. Second turnover forced by the North Star defense as the defensive end, Malcolm Lusaint, gets home. What a play off the edge as he erupts in the backfield.
What a
completely
hit, too.
blows up Vlasic's spot. Yeah, it really did. I mean,
perfect form, too.
Textbook tackle, jars the football free, and Nottingham able to fall on it right on the Bulldogs' 2-yard line. It's first and goal, timeout down on the field. As we remind you, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, and today's game also brought to you by Salt Funeral Homes in Hamilton. SaltFuneralHomes.com to learn more. Salt Funeral Homes hopes you enjoy today's game and is proud to sponsor high school athletics on WBCB. First and goal. Direct snap, Vasquez diving up the middle. He's in for the touchdown. Dante Vasquez, his first score of the season, and Nottingham strikes first 6-0.
Yeah, it's a great sign for Nottingham as the team coming in 0-3 looking for your first win. You want to start the game off well, especially, I mean, they've started off great offensively and defensively, picking up 2 turnovers, but putting a little bit of pressure on Hopewell, who's coming in the last couple of games. They've been scoring a lot of points, and you've been able to get some stops early on. It builds a lot of confidence for that defense.
Chris Alvarez coming on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is blocked by the Bulldogs. Hopewell Valley gets a couple of paws on that one. 5:05 to play in the opening quarter. 6-0 Nottingham leads. Dante Vasquez takes advantage of the turnover forced by Lusaint in the North Star defense. A 2-yard scamper up the middle, and Nottingham leads early on to begin this one this afternoon. Aggressive play from the North Stars on defense. 2 turnovers forced already as they've had pressure on Vlasic to start this one. So Jude Berman will head back to receive. He's back there with Whitlock. The 2 men deep, the 2-star receivers in this offense for Hopewell Valley. As the Bulldogs trail early on, 2-1 consecutive wins in back-to-back weeks for Hopewell Valley entering today. As they'll start in a bit of a hole, trailing 6-0 to the North Stars. Riccardi Cherry gets set to kick things off. Whitlock and Berman deep to receive. Cherry, a low line drive kick. Fielded on a couple of hops by Berman. Bobbled at the 15. He's got it. Gets a block. Crosses the 30. Has a seam. Looking for the sideline. Here goes Berman. Turning it up the edge. Stiff-armed and swung down shy of the 40-yard line. Across midfield, there is a flag. Back down on the Bulldogs' 40-yard line. This one likely coming back. Berman already with 2 kick return touchdowns on the season. Thought he might have had a chance at another there. A flag on the field, and this one likely going to be called against Hopewell Valley, and it'll set them back quite a bit. A hold against the Bulldogs. A spot foul from the 40-yard line sets them back 10 yards. First and 10. The ball will be marked, I believe, at their own 30. We'll see where they place it officially. Oh no, they're going to mark it off from even further inside, as I guess the flag was thrown right around the 25-yard line. They'll start at their own 15. So here's the Bulldogs offense. 3rd time today, 2 turnovers through their first 2 drives. Valenza on the ground right side, trying to slip defenders, but the North Stars rally to the football. Lusaint there to finish the tackle. But getting in there at the line of scrimmage, I believe the first man to him was number 62. That's Chase Edmonds, the defensive lineman, able to trip him up just a bit on that play to slow him up, and Lusaint able to finish the blow.
You see this Nottingham defense playing with a little bit more swagger than we've seen all season so far.
Berman at the top of the screen, Whitlock slotted left. Back to Valenza on the ground. Fighting his way forward, but maybe 2. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Correction, 3rd and 6.
Brings up the 3rd down.
Under 4 minutes in this first quarter. Nottingham leading early on 6-0. The defense been the driving force to this point. Looking for another stop here on 3rd down. Ball marked at the 20-yard line. Needing to get it to the 26. Vlasic takes the snap. Play action, bootlegs, pressure, steps up, throws, pass complete. Left side, back to the line of scrimmage. Able to haul that one in. Looks like it was the senior Matt Helmrich.
Miracle he was able to even get that throw off with that much pressure coming in.
Yeah, the Northstars bottled up Vlasic as he was falling to his knees, still able to get the throw off. It'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team going to have to come on here for Hopewell Valley.
Yeah, another great stop for Nottingham. You got to give them a bunch of credit for coming out here the way they played defensively here in this first quarter. Hopewell Valley just looks out of sorts in all phases.
Hammer on to punt, a high booming punt that takes a bounce inside the 50. Took a tough bounce, not sure who it touched, and thought a North Star might have touched it. Berman fell on top of it like it did, but he's gonna mark it down right around the 47-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10 for Nottingham. Decent field position to start right around midfield. That ball really did look like it hit off a North Star, didn't it?
I couldn't tell.
Definitely was close, but the way Berman fell on it, it looked like it hit off of a North Star leg or something of the sort. Here's Vasquez as the North Stars break the huddle. Rumpf to the right. With Basquet at the top of the screen. Here's Rumpf in motion. They'll go on the ground, left side. Bulldogs get to it quickly. On the carry that time for Nottingham was Zaquan Colors-Boyd. Not much doing for him there. A gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, great job by Hopewell containing the edge there, not letting him get outside.
Second down, 9 to go. Rumpf to the bottom of the screen, Basquet to the top. Brickhouse, the tight end, to the right. Colors-Boyd to the right as well. They motion. They pitch it out to Rumpf. Face mask grabbed. Bulldogs got him battled up in the backfield for a loss, but this one not going to be as big of a loss, as a Bulldog did just grasp the face mask of Rumpf. Personal foul, face mask, the call.
And again, another penalty that keeps the drive moving for Nottingham.
Yeah. Hopewell Valley's had a couple of costly mistakes early on. Flags being thrown. Timeout called down on the field. Stops the clock with 1:49 to play here in the opening quarter. And some confusion down on the Hopewell Valley sideline. Second down and short after the face mask. Vasquez throwing left side. Pass is incomplete. Intended for Khalil Vidal. It'll bring up 4th down. Or excuse me, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4 North Stars at the Bulldog 48.
Dahl comes out, coming back in is Ted Mondesir. Clock stopped at 1:41 to play here in the opening quarter. Vasquez, the offset pistol eye, movement up front. And this is going to be encroachment against the Bulldogs. Again, it'll move the sticks in favor of the North Stars. Nottingham, they're doing everything right, and right now the Bulldogs doing everything wrong.
Yeah, it seems that way. Just the mental mistakes, pre-snap penalties, especially on third downs.
First and 10 Bulldogs. The first 10 North Stars at the Bulldog 43.
Hopewell's got to wake up and lock in if they want to win this game, because Nottingham's here to play.
Ball spotted on the Hopewell 43-yard line. Vasquez in the gun. Back to his left, it's Ortiz. They go on the ground. Vasquez keeps on the option. Goes left side and just lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Hopewell Valley run defense has been pretty good to start today.
Yeah, they've stood them up on a lot of run plays.
He actually lost a yard on that one.
Second and third down, they get caught up in these pre-snap penalties, or we get a face mask or something that gives Nottingham extra yardage and easier third downs to convert.
Second and 11 here for Nottingham. 45 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Rumpf in motion. They'll sweep it right side. Looking for a blocker. Gets one from Ortiz. Turns the corner, but is tackled inside the 40. Well shy of the sticks. Third down and medium to go here for the North Stars.
At the Bulldog 39-yard line.
Just about 6 yards it looks like here for Nottingham. They're going to let the final seconds run off, and that'll end the first quarter. 1 quarter down in the books, 6-0 the score. Nottingham leads. We'll flip the field here at Nottingham High School. A 1-score advantage in favor of the home North Stars here on First Responders Day. We'll take a quick timeout. You're watching high school football on WBCB.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne.
Third down and a pre-snap penalty this time against Nottingham. A false start against the North Stars, and it'll bring up a third and even longer here. 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 North Stars at the Bulldog 44.
Quarter number 2 here from Nottingham. With them leading 6-0. Vasquez takes the snap. Rolls left, throws on the run. Pass is complete. Fighting for extra yardage, the first down and then some. Tackled at the 30-yard line. Ted Mondesir moving the sticks. First and 10 for Nottingham on the 3rd down conversion. The ball spotted at the Hopewell Valley 30-yard line.
First and 10, Northstars at the Bulldog 30. Let's hear it, Northstars.
Nice throw from Vasquez across his body on the run. Found Mondesir wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
Keeps the drive alive. Go ahead, Darnell.
Yeah, very good look right there. And again, another third down conversion. They've been doing really well on third downs here to start the game.
Man in motion is Rump. They'll give it on the ground. Ortiz, he's going to be tackled for a loss. Carter Horvath getting there. Ethan Barker as well. Barker the first man to bring him down. And a big tackle for a loss sets up 2nd and 12.
Yeah, this Hopewell Valley defensive line been able to get consistent penetration on these run plays.
Second and 12, the ball placed on the 32-yard line. Vasquez in from the sideline with the play. Motions Rumpf and Biscuit to the left. Back in the pistol formation. Play action. Vasquez with time, slings it right. Brickhouse has it. Inside the 20, swung out of bounds. Right at the 20-yard line. They'll place it actually at the 21. Just shy of the first down. A gain of 11 on the play. Sets up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and short, Northstars.
Yeah, great job to get this to a 3rd and short. Another manageable down on 3rd down.
Back to either side of Vasquez in the gun. Rumpf at the top of the screen. Takes the snap. Runs up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. He'll have the first down and then some. Gets it by a couple of yards. They'll spot it right inside the 20. Looks like around the 18 based on the far side official. And another North Star first down.
Yeah, they've just got Hopewell on their heels.
First and 10, Northstars at the Bulldog 19.
And it seems like at least once a possession you'll see Hopewell get a big stuff tackle for loss on a run play, and then Nottingham, give them credit, they just find a way to keep going at it, keep getting yardage and converting on 3rd downs and moving the chains.
North Stars back inside the red zone for the 3rd time today. A turnover their first time there. Rumpf in motion from left to right. Vasquez takes the snap. Misdirection handoff. Ortiz. Ball's on the turf. It's loose. Fighting for it. We'll see who has it. The Bulldogs say they do, and they do. Hopewell Valley forces their 2nd red zone turnover of the day as the offense comes back out onto the field and keeps it at a 6-0 ball game.
Man, that's a huge play. Looked like Nottingham was for sure going to go up 2 scores on that possession. Able to possibly flip this game around if Hopewell can put together a good offensive drive here.
Looked like the junior defensive back and linebacker Tony Noble was in on the play there for Hopewell Valley. First and 10, here's Vlasic in the offense. Takes the snap, wants to throw. Slings it deep down the middle, looking for Whitlock, and it falls incomplete. Rumpf on the coverage, no flags. There was some tugging of the jersey there, but not enough to draw a flag. 2nd and 10, clock stops. 10 ticks over 9 minutes remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The North Stars with the lone score here this afternoon as they took advantage of the strip sack forced by the defensive end Malcolm Lucent. Vasquez carrying it up the middle from 2 yards out. Extra point was blocked by Hopewell Valley. Vlasic in the gun, gives it to Valenza, left side, looking for space. Lucent behind him, tracing him down and bringing him down shy of the yard to gain. The ball placed at the 38-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 3 to go.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get Valenza more involved here. Get him out in space. Get your best guy your play, some plays to get some yardage. Pick up pick up a couple of first downs. That's what they really need. Pick up some momentum, move the chains a bit.
Here's Valenza right side, spins off of a defender, fights his way forward. They're spotting it right at the 41-yard line. This is going to be really close to that first down marker.
Look like he might be a half yard short. Oh, they're going to give him the first.
Yeah, they're going to give him the first down.
Check out the fire trucks before they walk up and show you.
Nearing 8 minutes to play in the first half. Bulldogs move the chains on the ground on back-to-back carries to Valenza. Berman at the top of the screen. Whitlock slotted right, motion up front, and offside's going to be called here against Colors Boyd. He was in the neutral zone, trying to get an early jump off the edge. The offside penalty will make it 1st and 5.
First and 5, Bulldogs at the 46-yard line.
First down and 5. The ball spotted on their own 46 here for Hopewell Valley. Offset eye pistol formation. Sweeping it right. Ball bobbled. Vlasic able to get it back somehow. He'll lose a handful of yards. Back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Miscommunication there as Vlasic tried to ride out the read. A bobble between Vlasic and Valenza. Vlasic lucky enough to hold on to that one. That was a near disaster.
Yeah, that could have been another turnover, and just a little bit sloppy and not locked in. This Hopewell Valley offense that we saw put up 59 points just 2 weeks ago.
Vlasic, RPO, pass complete. Whitlock fighting his way across the 45, shy of the 50. Tripped up right around the 48, inside. Definitely 4-down distance here for Hopewell Valley. Brings up 3rd down and short, just about 3 to go. Vlasic gets him to the line quickly. Valenza to his left in the gun.
Key here is just to take care of the football.
See if they give it to Valenza here on 3rd and short. Vlasic takes the snap, looks left, slings, incomplete, but here comes a flag. Berman gonna draw the pass interference penalty, and the call gonna go against Riccardi Cherry.
Yeah, it's a good call there. Had hands on him before that ball got anywhere close to him.
Pass interference, an automatic 15-yard penalty.
Holding on the Northstars.
What they're going to call defensive holding. An automatic 1st down. Place the ball on the Nottingham 42-yard line. Vlasic feeds Valenza right side, has his seam, looking for the edge, tripped up into his own bench. On a strong gain on 1st down, picks up about half the distance, does Valenza. We'll give him about 4 on the 1st down carry, 2nd down and 6.
After Northstar 38.
Clock stopped at 6:14. Vlasic in the gun. Wants to throw left side, pressure up the middle, tries to escape, gets across the line of scrimmage, fights his way forward, tripped up just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd and short for Hopewell Valley as they hurry to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much open downfield.
Vlasic gets in the sneak formation. And before that can happen, a timeout called by Nottingham with 5:49 to play here in this first half. 6-0 North Stars. Timeout down on the field means a timeout here for us in the booth. 3rd and short The North Stars talk some things over on defense ahead of this third down opportunity. Leading this one, the hometown North Stars, 6-0 the score here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Valenza on 3rd and short on the misdirection carry. Able to get the first down to move the sticks. 1st and 10 for Nottingham. The ball placed, or 1st and 10 for Hopewell Valley. The ball placed on the Nottingham 30. Like they were going to go sneak there, Darnell. They did a misdirection play on the handoff to Valenza. Still worked.
Yeah, great job to trick the defense there and pick up a first down. Much better offensive drive here. Probably the best one we've seen so far from Hopewell. And with all the turnovers and penalties, a score here and an extra point, they could have the lead.
Valenza on the ground, up the middle, tripped up past the line of scrimmage. Strong carry, almost 6 on the ground, it looks like. As he fights his way forward to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5 on the ground, 2nd and 5. Trying to get Valenza lathered up here to end the first half. 5 minutes and counting left in the first half. 6-0 Nottingham. Crowded backfield, Valenza in the gun. Gets the carry, right side, brought down just shy of the first down marker at the 21-yard line.
For the North Stars.
And a strong tackle, Ted Mondesir in on the stop. 3rd and 2 for Nottingham, or 3rd and 2 for Hopewell Valley. This time Vlasic keeps, sneaks up the middle, and does move the sticks for another first down. Grounding and pounding their way on this drive are the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Valenza and Vlasic using their feet.
And that's their identity, right? They run the ball, they're efficient, and that's what they've been on this drive.
Vlasic takes the snap, feeds Valenza left side, looking for blockers, tripped up in the backfield. Huge play from Riccardi Cherry as he brings Valenza backwards for a loss of 2.
It was a great tackle by Cherry there.
2nd and 12. Play. Something we've seen Hopewell Valley do on this the whole day, really trying to move side to side with the ground game to open up some alleyways, but the North Stars with great gap discipline to start this one. Here's Vlasic bootlegging right, sets, throws over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for Jude Berman. A flag was thrown, and they're going to get pass interference, I believe, again against Nottingham.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang play, but it looked like he might have got hands on him just a little bit too early.
Riccardi Cherry, the defensive back, assessed with the penalty. A 15-yard penalty from the 22-yard line, the 21-yard line.
First and goal, Bulldogs at the 10-yard line.
Whistles blow down on the field, a timeout taken. So pass interference, usually it's a 15-yard penalty. Right now they have the sticks marked shy of the 10. right around the 11-yard line. So we'll see where they spot this one after the penalty. An injury down on the field. An injury timeout. We'll step aside here on WBCB. 3:23 left to play in the first half. The North Stars driving well inside the red zone when we return.
You in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Second down, inside the 10, Valenza on the ground.
After a year of one-party
Near
rule,
the 5 and finally brought to the surface. The ball comes loose at the end of the play, but I believe that was after the whistle was blown. Enough to move the sticks. First and goal. The clock continues to tick as we near 3 minutes to play in the first half.
First and goal, Bulldogs with the 5.
The junior running back, Ethan Valenza, strong on the ground. Surprised we haven't seen any touches for Lucas Hemmer. He's the tight end. They'll motion him to the right side of the line. On the ground, Valenza right side, spins back in, but he's stuck up there.
Yeah, great job by Nottingham standing up these last 2 run plays.
Able to get a handful on that one. Second down, goal to go. The ball placed inside the 5. Looks like at the 3.
Second and goal, Bulldogs at the 3-yard line of Northstars.
Hopewell Valley began this drive right around their own 45-yard line, their own 47. Vlasic takes the snap, feeds Valenza, reaching for the goal line, but he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Nottingham thinks they have the football, but Valenza is short of the goal line. It's going to bring up third down and goal. The ball placed on the 2. Vlasic at the line of scrimmage. Looks like a sneak formation, and here comes a flag.
Called legal formation.
No, encroachment against Nottingham. They'll put him half the distance to the goal from about the 2-yard line.
That'll make that sneak even, possibly even easier.
Move from the 2 to the 1. Sneak formation here for the Bulldogs. Vlasic up the middle. I don't think he got in. He didn't. A big stop from the Nottingham Northstars. The defensive line gets in. Mondesir looked like he came over the top.
They're going to do it again.
Yeah, the Bulldogs get right back into the formation. No huddle. Vlasic under center. Takes the snap. Fights his way. He's in for the touchdown. A couple of quarterback sneaks, one for each team. As the Bulldogs tie it at 6 with under 2 to play, 1:13, the clock stops here in quarter number 2 with the extra point team now coming on for Hopewell.
Hard to do anything against a play like that.
A 53-yard drive. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 actually. No, they're going to kick the extra point. Vlasic just on for the hold. Reinhardt on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, but offside's going to be called here. Trying to time the snap was Ted Mondesir, but he's offsides. That'll put them half the distance to the goal again. And now if you're Hopewell Valley, do you consider going for 2? Because this puts you back right around that 2-yard line. You just ran a sneak with Vlasic. Luke Hemmer looking over to the sideline, kind of asking why they aren't going for 2, but They're going to stay going for one here with Reinhardt. Classic stays in to hold. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 1:13 to play here in the first half. The Bulldogs of Hopewell Valley now leading by 1 on the made extra point from their kicker. And Josh Reinhardt, the senior, splits the uprights and gives the Bulldogs a 1-point lead. 7-6 the score. Final minute and change here in this first half. It's been a good one so far, Darnell.
Yeah, and through all the turnovers, you know, and tough starts for Hopewell, you know, to have a 1-point lead possibly going into the half here, that would really bode well for them. And if you're Nottingham, you played so well so far, you just got to try to put together another offensive drive here, see if maybe you can get some points before the half. Try to keep that momentum on your side.
Today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, and would like to take this opportunity to wish all their students the best of luck this school term. They are proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. Zaquan Colors Boyd and Kurt Falzini back to receive for Nottingham. Pooch kick recovered by DeArvin Pena for Nottingham. 1st and 10. The ball will be marked at their own 30-yard line. 1:11 to play here in the first half. As Dante Vasquez comes back out on. Split receiver set for Nottingham. Brickhouse, the back to the right of Vasquez in the gun. Pena in motion, play action. Vasquez with pressure, screen pass intended for Brickhouse. Vasquez wanted a flag. Met with a pretty big hit there that time from Jagger, Tracy, and Derlo.
2nd and 10, Northstars at the 30.
Yeah, I like what they were trying to do there. They've been most effective when they've gotten him out of the pocket, throwing on the run. But right there, just pressure as soon as he turned around. No time to even get anything on that throw to his receiver.
Second and 10, Vasquez. Delayed run, left side, has pressure. Fighting his way back towards the line of scrimmage. Timeout taken by Hopewell Valley. It brings up 3rd down and 10. Clock stops with 58.5 to go. And now Hopewell Valley defensively here, you got to think maybe they might dial up some pressure on 3rd and 10 for the Nottingham Northstars. They're going to try, maybe you think, keep it on the ground to try and run some clock and force another timeout from Hopewell Valley. But in the case that the Northstars do go to the air here, Hopewell Valley might combat that and try to bring a delayed blitz to try and bring some extra pressure. Today's game brought to you as well as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. September means back to school time, and Mercer County Prosecutor Janetta Marbree reminds you to share the road. Slow down and be extra cautious and alert when walking or driving. Visit mercercountyprosecutor.com today. That's mercercountyprosecutor.com. Third down, 10 to go here for Nottingham. Out of the timeout, Vasquez in the gun, Brickhouse to his left. Back in motion, that's Rumpf. Wants to throw, pressure, up the middle. Vasquez brought down for a sack. Flag comes in at the end of the play. 2 flags come in.
Just not smart. Just not smart right there.
And a 3rd flag going to come in from the Hopewell sideline.
This could be a huge turn of events here.
The whistle was blown plenty of times
Yeah, you just got to be smarter than that.
Sideline infraction on top of a dead ball personal foul. This is going to move the ball considerably for Nottingham. Although that should be just the first sideline warning issued to Hopewell Valley. Clock stopped at 50 seconds to go. It's still 3rd down and 5 yards to go after the penalty on the huge loss. This is Rumpf in at quarterback. Back to his left. Rumpf on the keeper, design run, bottled up and brought down at the line. Timeout taken. Carter Horvath in on the stop. 4th down and about 7, looks like 6 actually to go. And they're going to put time back on the clock, 42 seconds. Timeout called. Hopewell Valley want to talk some things over ahead of this punt. Jude Berman will be back to receive, it looks like, but first, Dave Caldwell taking another timeout. Berman back to receive on his own 30-yard line. Riccardi Cherry will punt things away for Nottingham. 42 seconds left in the first half. Bulldogs trying to maximize a final possession. Cherry ready to send it back. Good snap, bobbled. Cherry pressured, ball's loose. Bulldogs have it into the end zone for the touchdown. Carter Horvath takes it in. The senior defensive end with the scoop and the score. Hopewell Valley with a big-time defensive touchdown right before the half.
What a huge play. That's a huge momentum play going into the half to go up another score.
Carter Horvath, the senior defensive end. They got pressure. The snap bobbled by Cherry, and he was able to pick it up on a couple of bounces and run it in from about 15 yards out. Good snap, good hold by Vlasic. Reinhardt's kick is up, and it is good. With 34 seconds to play in the first half, Hopewell Valley now leading by 8. 14-6 the score. The defense for the Bulldogs comes up with a touchdown. The senior Carter Horvath with the scoop and score, and Hopewell Valley now in front by 8. Today's game brought to you by the Hamilton Township Division of Health. Stay healthy, Hamilton. Visit hamiltonnj.com/health to learn more today. Hyundai of Trenton, proud to sponsor high school athletics on WBCB. Pay them a visit at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's fastest growing auto dealership at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing. Momentum's been in the breeze here on a very breezy afternoon. Turnovers galore for both of these teams. Hopewell Valley, the benefactor of the most recent two, as they've been able to force a number of turnovers today. Nottingham's done the same as well, as the Bulldogs have had no trouble coughing up the football on their side of things, but a defensive score here in the final seconds of the first half. Still time left for Nottingham. Reinhardt, squib kick, takes a bounce, still loose on the turf. Who has it? I think Nottingham was able to fall on it, and they do. A crisis averted there again by Nottingham, as Reinhardt almost executes an onside kick, which really would have given Hopewell Valley all the momentum as if they didn't have enough already right now in this final frame here in the first half.
Yeah, this whole game is turned around in just the last 3 minutes.
First and 10. Ball spotted on their own 38-yard line. Vasquez directing traffic at the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to take a knee down here and just take it into the halftime locker room. Nottingham takes a knee. Vasquez drops down, and they're going to run the final seconds off here in the first half. 14-6 the score. The North Stars trailing by 8. They had the first lead, and their defense came out on fire to begin this one, but the Bulldogs able to take advantage to end the first half. The offense getting their first score across, the extra point successful to give them a 1-point lead, and the scoop and score from Carter Horvath puts a cap on the first half for Hopewell Valley. 14-6, Bulldogs lead. We'll head to the halftime locker room, the Trentonian halftime show coming up next in just a little bit here on WBCB. Hopewell Valley leading the home team North Stars 14-6. You're watching high school football on the WBCB Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns in Mercer County. It's time for a change. It's time for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Commissioners. Dan is active in our local community and supports the youth of our community and is a certified coach with USA Lacrosse. Alexander is vice chair of the Young Republicans and is a lifelong Mercer County resident. Alexander DeFalco and Dan Hanley will alleviate the current tax burden and support using the annual surplus to pay for a large-scale tax break. November 4th, vote for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Board of Commissioners. Proceeding paid for by Dan Hanley.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns in Mercer County. It's time for a change. It's time for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Commissioners. Dan is active in our local community and supports the youth of our community and is a certified coach with USA Lacrosse. Alexander is vice chair of the Young Republicans and is a lifelong Mercer County resident. Alexander DeFalco and Dan Hanley will alleviate the current tax burden and support using the annual surplus to pay for a large-scale tax break. November 4th, vote for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Board of Commissioners. Proceeding paid for by Dan Hanley.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns. In Mercer County, it's time for a change. It's time for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Commissioners. Dan is active in our local community and supports the youth of our community and is a certified coach with USA Lacrosse. Alexander is vice chair of the Young Republicans and is a lifelong Mercer County resident. Alexander DeFalco and Dan Hanley will alleviate the current tax burden and support using the annual surplus to pay for a large-scale tax break. November 4th, vote for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Board of Commissioners. Proceeding paid for by Dan Hanley.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a fourth-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
At the half, the Trentonian halftime show presented by the Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. Here from Nottingham High School, the Northstars trailing the visiting Bulldogs of Hopewell Valley, 14-6 the score. Alongside Darnell Turner, my name is Mike Warren. Great to be with you here on WBCB, and it's been a good one so far, Darnell. The defenses have been pretty good to this point, forcing a number of turnovers. Hopewell Valley, the benefactor of those turnovers, more so than the Northstars, as they were able to take advantage of a scoop and score from Carter Horvath, the senior defensive end. Took it in from about 15 yards out on a 4th down punt opportunity. The snap bobbled by Riccardi Cherry, the punter for the Northstars. And Horvath able to take it in to give Hopewell Valley a 14-6 lead. They led 7-6 prior to the scoop and score, and they got their first touchdown on a 2-yard quarterback sneak from Grayson Vlasic up the middle. Both teams with a quarterback sneak to this point. The Northstars got the first score in this one on a 2-yard scurry up the middle from Dante Vasquez. And a special shout out to Dante Vasquez's mom, who we found out not long ago she's tuned into today's broadcast, watching down in Florida. So a special shout out to her, and appreciate her watching and tuning in to all of our coverage here on WBCB. Hopefully Dante and the Northstars can continue some of that success that they had earlier in the first half, Darnell, as they were able to find the end zone, taking advantage of the strip sack forced by their defensive end, the junior Malcolm Lusaint. And Vasquez able to take it in from 2 yards out, but the Nottingham defense, they've been up to the task for the most part in this one so far today. They've kept the running back for Hopewell Valley and Ethan Valenza pretty much under tabs, or under wraps for this point, and had good tabs on him.
Yeah, like I said, it was a good start for Nottingham. They were able to force some turnovers. They got an early score, and I mean they led pretty much most of that half up until the last 3 minutes of the second quarter. They just got to come out here in the second half and not be rattled. By the end of that half, wasn't great. They had, they gave up the touchdown. Then they had the blocked punt that led to another touchdown. They just have to come out here and try to play mistake-free football, because at the end of the day, that's how these points have come for Hopewell Valley and how they've been able to stay in this game. Both teams have had turnovers, but Hopewell, they've got a lot of seniors on this team. You knew they were going to make a run at some point, and they were able to get some scores on the board as we get the kickoff.
Pooch kick, fielded it around the 30-yard line, taken across the 35. On the return there was Blake Sabo. As he gets taken down right around the 35-yard line, they'll spot it at the 36. 1st and 10 for Nottingham as Dante Vasquez in the offense comes back out on the field here to start the second half.
1st and 10 Northstars at the 36-yard line.
Thought they did a good job in the first half of getting Vasquez out of the pocket, getting him to throw on the run a little bit more. I think that's when we've seen the most explosive plays for this offense today.
Rumpf takes the snap this time around. Direct snap. sweeping it wide right, but he's going to lose a couple on this one. 2nd and 12. In on the stop for Hopewell Valley. I believe that was number 19 making the stop. Andrew Ellis looked like he got in there a little bit. Defensive front again doing some good stuff for Hopewell Valley. 2nd and 12, another tackle for a loss from this front seven.
Yeah, this Hopewell Valley defense, they've been pretty good once they got past the turnovers and all the pre-snap penalties.
Ortiz the back in motion. Vasquez takes the snap, has pressure, rolls to his left. He's gonna be sacked.
Like I said, I think this is a veteran group. They got a lot of seniors on both sides of the ball, and you're starting to see them really get settled in.
Ben Franco and Ethan Barker combining for the sack. The linebackers get home for the Bulldogs. 3rd and forever here for the Northstars. Ball placed on their own 26.
3rd and 20, Northstars at the 26-yard line.
Hopewell Valley and the defense coming out with an agenda to start this second half. Back-to-back tackles for losses, a big-time sack on Vasquez. Trips right here for Vasquez, takes the snap, looks right, throws over the middle, pass is incomplete, intended for Rumpf. On the coverage that time defensively was Jacob Berman, the younger brother of Jude Berman. Brings up 4th and long, and the punt team forced to come out here for Nottingham. Jude Berman back to receive at his own 35-yard line. Cherry set to boot things away. Bulldogs bring pressure, high snap. Cherry gets it away, falls to the surface, no flag. Berman on the return, across the 50, stiff arms a man at the 45-40, shoved out of bounds into his own sideline. Another strong return from Jude Berman. Shocked to see no flag there as Cherry not given a place to land on the punt attempt, and it looked like definitely some contact made. Could argue there should be at least a running into the punter penalty on that one, but no flag thrown from this crew. 1st and 10 for Hopewell Valley. Really good field position as they start on the Nottingham 40.
We'll see if this offense can keep momentum going. Able to get a drive on their last possession before half.
Handoff, Valenza left side, across the line of scrimmage, stacked up at the 35-yard line, and they'll give him forward progress at the 36.
Tackled by Chris Alvarez for Northstars.
Chris Alvarez in on the stop for Nottingham.
County marker on the flag.
But a flag on the play. A hold going to be called against Hopewell.
Bulldogs, push them back.
Sends them 10 yards back from the spot of the foul. As the hold came in towards the end of the run. 2nd down and 16.
1st and 16, Bulldogs at the
Or excuse me,
46-yard
1st and
line
16.
for the Northstars.
Vlasic takes the snap, boots right, throws on the run, deep down the sideline, intercepted. Riccardi Cherry takes it away. The first interception of the year for Cherry, and the first one thrown by Vlasic this season. Another turnover worked by this North Star defense. Their offense takes over deep in their own zone. 1st and 10, the ball marked on their own 13. Actually, it's the 12.
Yeah, give Cherry a ton of credit. He's been all over the field today, making multiple plays, whether it's the run game, coming up making tackles, and you see there making a great play on the ball.
Was step for step there with Jude Berman. Yeah, he really did. Great play. Vasquez sends Rumpf in motion. They sweep it right side on the pitch. Looking for space, but not much there as a pack of Bulldogs get to him. Looked like Franco was the first to track him down. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss. Now they still mark it at the 12. Second down and 10. Under 9 to play here in the third quarter.
Yeah, this game's going to come down to who can sustain offensive drives. Feels like every drive ends in points or turnovers.
Vasquez, play action, pressure, slips a man, but he's going to be sacked.
I think they're going to call that at the 1.
Tackle finished in the end zone. Forward progress has him down inside the 5. They're going to spot it right at the 2, it looks like. As the pressure gets home again, Franco gets in there yet again. Another tackle for a loss for him. And coming in to finish the play defensively was the linebacker as well. Ryan Ottebre gets some action on that play.
This Hopewell Valley defense is really settled in. It's been yards have been hard to come by since midway through the second quarter.
Nottingham's been playing far behind the sticks to start this third quarter offensively. Here's Vasquez from his own end zone. In the gun, back to his right in Ortiz. Takes the snap. He's going to surprise punt it. Just boots it away out of the end zone, out from the end zone and over the sideline of the North Stars, right around the 30-yard line. Great field position here for the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs as they take over on the Nottingham 29-yard line. Wow, best field position to start today here for Hopewell Valley.
And something if you're Hopewell you want to take advantage of, because the score here, the way both defenses are playing, it could be the final nail in the coffin.
If they're able to take a 2-score advantage, definitely would give them a confident boost and a confident lead. Valenza on the ground, up the middle, riding the back of his blockers. The ball comes out at the end of the play as bodies hit the turf. Valenza doesn't come up with the football, but they're going to say he was down before it came out. Strong carry from Valenza up the middle, give him 7 on the ground. Second down and 3.
Second and 3 Bulldogs at 22 of the North Stars.
Under 7 minutes to play here in quarter number 3. A back to either side of Vlasic in the gun. Hemmer to his left, Valenza to his right. They give it to Valenza, sweep left side. The ball comes out again at the end of the run, and Nottingham has it again.
This is amazing.
Back-to-back carries. Valenza coughs up the football. This time the North Stars have it. Another turnover forced by Nottingham as they have a couple injured defenders down on the field. Jean Basquet down there being attended to for Nottingham. But another turnover forced deep in their own zone. This defense has done a great job for the North Stars, stacking up and forcing turnovers today. Injury timeout on the field. We'll step aside here on WBCB. 14-6 the score, 6:33 to play in quarter number 3, and the North Stars back with possession inside their own 20, 1st and 10 to start when we return.
Continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, Advanced Medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you. in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns in Mercer County. It's time for a
First and 10 for Nottingham. Ball placed on their own 16-yard line, 17-yard line, carry up the middle, gain of about 3 on the play. Second down and 7. Looks like they went with Ortiz on the ground that time. Correction, actually that was Rumpf, I think, on the ground. Tough to tell. Ted Mondesir getting stretched out down on the North Star sideline. He looks like he's experiencing some cramping. Was the injured North Star at the end of that series. Vasquez in the pistol offset eye. Motions Ortiz to the left. Screen pass left side. Looking for blockers. Stiff arms a man. Flips the field, and Berman chases him down. A huge loss on the play as he's tackled at his own 9-yard line.
Yeah, that was tough. That play was already pretty much blown up, and then he tried to reverse ends and go the other way and lost a bit of extra there.
Loses 7 on the play. 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17, North Stars at the 10-yard line.
3rd and long. This Bulldogs defense, they've made quite the adjustments to end the first half and to start this second half. Stacking up the tackles for a loss. Vasquez breaks the huddle. 3rd and 17. Brickhouse, the back to his left. Takes the snap. Has time. Floats it deep. Looking for Mondesir. It's incomplete. Too far out in front. Berman on the coverage there for the Bulldogs. Brings up 4th down and punt situation here for Nottingham. Cherry comes on as the North Star punt team gets set. 4:34 left in the 3rd quarter. Jude Berman back to receive. He's right around the North Star 45. Cherry from his own end zone. Movement up front, and this is going to go against Nottingham. A false start on 4th and long.
False start.
Will set them back half the distance to the goal.
Half the distance to the goal.
Now from their own 4, they will punt. Cherry very close to that out-of-bounds line in the back of the end zone. Good snap, handles, gets the punt away. Not a good one. Bounces around the 25-yard line, rolls towards the 30, and again, Hopewell Valley with really good field position to start. North Stars have forced plenty of turnovers in this one, looking to do that of the same here against Hopewell Valley. They take over on the Nottingham 31-yard line, 1st and 10, working from their side of the field. Still 14-6 the score as the turnovers have piled up here for Hopewell Valley. Valenza stripped on his last attempt on the rush. Horvath now the back to the right of Vlasic in the gun. And before this play can get underway, whistles blown down on the field. Timeout taken by Nottingham. First timeout for Nottingham, first timeout of the second half. We'll take a quick timeout here on WBCB. 14-6, Hopewell Valley in front of Nottingham. You're watching high school football on WBCB.
Under the current Mercer County Board of Commissioners, Mercer County residents are paying some of the highest property taxes in the nation, and that is a fact. Year after year of one-party rule in Mercer County has resulted in skyrocketing rates across several towns in Mercer County. It's time for a change. It's time for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Commissioners. Dan is active in our local community and supports the youth of our community and is a certified coach with USA Lacrosse. Alexander is vice chair of the Young Republicans and is a lifelong Mercer County resident. Alexander DeFalco and Dan Hanley will alleviate the current tax burden and support using the annual surplus to pay for a large-scale tax break. November 4th, vote for Dan Hanley and Alexander DeFalco for Mercer County Board of Commissioners. Proceeding paid for by Dan Hanley.
Hi.
Bulldogs keep it on the ground. Lucas Hemmer up the middle, fights his way forward. Flag comes in at the end of the play, at the very end of the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Nottingham. So the penalty helps Hopewell Valley. They'll move the ball and move the chains on the unsportsmanlike conduct. The ball will be placed inside the 15-yard line at the Nottingham 14.
First and 10 Bulldogs at the 15 of Northstars.
Vlasic feeds Horvath, left side, up the middle, and musters his way forward for about 4.
Tackled by number 52, Nate Dedoye.
Make it 3 as he's tackled right at the 11-yard line. 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 Bulldogs.
Key down here is just play mistake-free football. Try not to turn the ball over and feed your best player.
Valenza back in on the right side. They'll give it to him. Left side, trying to slip a defender, but Mondesir in on the stop for Nottingham. Tackles him short of the stick, brings up 3rd and short.
Another great tackle there. Looks like he's coming up limping after making that play.
Yeah, Mondesir was dealing with some cramping. He was getting stretched out down on the North Stars sideline. He's trying to gut through this one here. 3rd down, looks like 3 to go. Almost 4. Valenza, the back, remains in. They give it to him. No. Vlasic keeps. Right side. Looking for the end zone, and he's in. Grayson Vlasic from 4 yards out. His 2nd touchdown of the game. And a flag comes in at the end of the play.
We got
3 North Stars down on the field following that touchdown. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Hopewell Valley. I think that came after the score. I think. Not sure. They did not signal that the touchdown was still good. The score does count officially now. They put the points up. But an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. We'll see if it's enforced on the kickoff or on the extra point. Injury timeout down on the field for the North Stars. Today's game brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And don't forget, you miss any of today's action, read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. The Trentonian, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. Injuries starting to mount up a bit here for the North Stars. An injured Nottingham defender down on the field. Tough to tell who it is at this very moment in time. With an injury timeout on the field, we'll step aside here on WBCB. 20-6 the score, 2:55 to play here in quarter number 3.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology has a highly rated and award-winning dermatology team with over 130 years of collective clinical experience. They've been voted as the region's best dermatologist and doctor for 20 consecutive years. Over 1,500 five-star reviews from satisfied patients. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Injury timeout down on the field. They were attending to Riccardi Cherry, the defensive back for Nottingham. He walked over to the sideline under his own power. Reinhardt on for the extra point. Vlasic on for the hold. 20-6 the score. Good snap, good hold. Reinhardt's kick is good. 2:55 remains here in quarter number 3. A 21-6 lead now in favor of the Bulldogs, as they've got things going for them offensively and a 2-score advantage for them here in this one. Darnell, you mentioned it earlier, but the way these defenses have played, a 2-score lead, you got to be feeling pretty good now if you're Hopewell Valley.
Yeah, to have a 2-possession lead here late in the second half. Nottingham's hasn't really been able to move the ball. I mean, they punted out their own end zone twice in this half, so they're going to have to muster up some really good drives here to try and get back in this ball game.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community. Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. Neighbors helping neighbors is what Haldeman Ford does and will continue to do. Haldeman Ford has it all. New and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks. Haldeman Ford has a great variety of electric vehicles, and they service all makes and models, and known for their fleet service and state-of-the-art collision center. Haldeman Ford, here today, here yesterday, and here tomorrow. Celebrating 50 years of business, proud to sponsor today's game on WBCB. Don't forget, coming up after the game on our YouTube channel, you can find the Italian People's Bakery player of the game. And follow us on Instagram if you haven't yet, WBCB_SN. We got the Instagram page back up and running. Game highlights, post-game interviews, live stories as well, so you don't miss any of the action here on WBCB, now on Instagram and X. WBCB_SN. A deep kickoff here from Hopewell Valley goes out of bounds, and a flag thrown as a result. So good field position going to come here from the kickoff for Nottingham. As Reinhardt tried to boot that one deep, but just got a little too much wrapped around it and send it out of bounds towards the Nottingham sideline. 1st and 10 for the Northstars with pretty good field position as they inch closer to midfield. Take it from right around their own 40 to start. Spot it right at their own 35, it looks like. Oh, they're going to re-kick. So Reinhardt will re-kick. Be surprised to see him try to keep it lower and try to squib it here potentially. Kicking from their own 20-yard line. Yadimick tees up the football. Reinhardt gets set to kick things away. Yadimick will kick it this time. Fielded inside the 50. Here's Ortiz looking for space. Brian Ottebray chases him down from behind, tackles him at the 50.
And cramped up.
And an injury timeout down on the field as Ortiz falls back down to the surface. Ernesto Ortiz, the senior running back, on the return that time. He's being attended to down on the field. Injury timeout again here from Nottingham. 2:49 to play in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Ortiz back to his feet, makes his way over towards the North Star sideline. Good to see that he's okay for the time being. Dante Vasquez and the Nottingham offense comes back out.
First and 10 North Stars at the 43-yard line.
From their own 44-yard line. Vasquez motions Rump from left to right. Trick play. Reverse back to Vasquez. Pass caught across the 50. Shoved out of bounds at the Bulldogs 40. Trickery on display pays off for the North Stars as Rump completes back to Vasquez for the gain to move the sticks.
Exactly the kind of explosive play on offense that Nottingham's been looking for since the first half.
Ball on the Hopewell 40-yard line.
And they're in pretty good field position now to possibly do some damage. They've just got to be efficient.
Pitch it to Rump.
Wants
to throw
one.
Deep down the sideline. Pass is caught.
Great catch.
Gene Biscuit on the catch inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 10 exactly. Rump with a dot down the sideline and a big-time catch for Biscuit. First and goal from the 10.
Tricked them once, you can trick them again. And it looked like they possibly could have gotten away with pass interference. There looked like a bit of contact before the ball got there, but great concentration to still be able to make that catch.
Brickhouse the back. Rump in the gun. Direct snap. Sweeps left. Makes a move. Drugged down by Adebre. Right around the 7-yard line.
The last two plays giving this offense a bit of juice.
Second and goal from the 7.
But you've got to be able to convert here and turn this into points.
Under 2 minutes to play in quarter number 3. North Stars trailing by a couple of scores, but deep in the red zone. Rump in motion. They hand it off to Falzini. He's gobbled up in the backfield for a loss. Gavin Barker, the sophomore defensive tackle, in on the stop.
Yeah, just swarmed with white jerseys on that play there.
Pushes him back 3 yards. He's down at the 10. Third and goal from the 10-yard line for Nottingham.
Third and goal, North Stars at the 10.
Under a minute to play. Clock continues to tick. Rumpf all the way at the top of the screen. A back to either side. Brickhouse to the left. Falzini to the right of Vasquez in the gun. Takes the snap. Looks right. Throws. Pass complete. Tripped up by Yadamick. Pass complete to Khalil Vidal. He's tripped up right around the 8-yard line. Brings up fourth and goal, and the offense is staying on the field for the time being for Nottingham.
Yeah, it was a tough play. If you could have got that ball out just a little sooner, maybe you would have been able to get some more yardage, maybe possibly get into the end zone. Had to stop and wait for the ball to get there. It gave the defense time to come in and make the tackle.
Well, Nottingham's going to let the final seconds of the third quarter tick off here. 3 quarters in the books, 21-6 the score. Hopewell Valley in front. 4th and goal from the 8-yard line for Nottingham when action resumes. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Mercer County High School football on WBCB.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
4th and goal for Nottingham. Pass intended for Mondesir. It falls incomplete. The Northstars wanted a flag, thought there was contact on the play between Mondesir and the defensive back in coverage. It looked like Hemmer was in coverage that time for Hopewell Valley. So no score, the results on that drive from Nottingham after a couple of trick plays get them down inside the red zone. They turn over on downs. Back to Hopewell Valley, 1st and 10. The ball spotted on their own 8-yard line.
Yeah, it's got to be deflating as an offense to get down there, down 2 possessions, trying to get back into this game and unable to get in the end zone.
Handoff. No. Quarterback keeper. It's Vlasic with a seam. Fighting off defenders. A strong carry. Takes it from the 8 all the way up to the 28-yard line. A gain of 20 on the play.
Yeah, they're starting to gash them on these read options. We saw that's how they scored the touchdown last possession. I mean, with the 2-possession lead, the way their defense is playing.
Quick pass right. It's complete. Whitlock drugged down across the 30.
Just want to take care of the football, whether you're handing it off to Valencia or, you know, QB sneaking it. Just want to be careful not to have any turnovers.
Whitlock fights forward for a gain of 5. 2nd and just as many to go here for Hopewell. Vlasic barking out orders at the line of scrimmage. Whitlock slotted left. Berman the low man. They go Valenza. No, Vlasic keeps again. Keeps tricking me up here in the booth. The read option gets him maybe a yard on the play. And Gene Busquet in on the stop. 3rd down and about 4 to go.
34 Bulldogs. The 33-yard line.
Vlasic has the play. 3rd and 4. 2 receivers to the right. Vlasic keeps up the middle, has the 1st down and then some.
Vlasic with the keeper. Close to the Bulldogs' 1st down.
From his own 34-yard line across the 45 at the 46. 12 on the ground for Vlasic, makes it 1st and 10. And he continues to take time off the clock.
Yeah, he's taking over this game with his feet here in the 2nd half. I feel like it's only a matter of time before Valencia pops off for a big one.
Valenza the back to the left of Vlasic in the gun. They give it to him, but he's stopped in the backfield for a loss. A whole bunch of Northstars getting to him. Chris Alvarez gets there along with Malcolm Lusaint. Big tackle for a loss brings up 2nd down and 14. Nearing the 9-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Vlasic with a crowded backfield. Hemmer, the fullback, to the left. Vlasic getting a new signal over from the sideline. Takes the snap, drops back, floats, deep right side, looking for Whitlock. The pass falls incomplete. Great coverage on display. James Rumpf, the junior defensive back, stride for stride with Mike Whitlock. Makes it 3rd and 14.
Yeah, good coverage out there, running step by step.
Clock stops, 8:43 to play in the 4th. Big 3rd down here for Nottingham. They got to get off the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, the clock not on their side. Still plenty of time, but needing a stop here is Nottingham. Vlasic keeps on the option. Makes his way back towards the original line of scrimmage. That's all he's going to get. It brings up 4th and 10. And now Dave Caldwell more than happy to send on the punt team to try and flip the field and pin Nottingham deep.
Brings up a 4th down Bulldogs. Back to punt number 11, Luke Hemmer.
Luke Hemmer to punt, back to receive.
Number 2,
Ted Mondesir.
James Rumpf.
Hemmer gets a good snap, has time, a booming punt, deep, takes a bounce at the 10 and out of bounds inside the 5. They're going to mark it at the 9 is where they say it went out of bounds. That one, I'm not sure. That looked really good. It looked like that one bounced inside the 5 when it went out.
Easily.
Yeah. A generous spot.
Either way, still a great way to flip the
what
field.
A punt. Hemmer with a tremendous pin inside the 10. They mark it at the 9. 91 yards in front of the North Stars with 7:57 to play, trailing by a couple of scores. Vasquez breaks the huddle, looks over towards the sideline to get the signal. Directing traffic at the line of scrimmage. Falzini, the back to his left. Bulldogs bring a blitz. Falzini gets the carry, fighting his way up the middle, drugged down by a couple of Bulldogs after a gain of about 3.
Tackled by number 62, Gavin Barker.
Make it 4, 2nd and 6.
4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
I mean, this is probably the do or die possession here. If they want to have a chance to stay in this game and have a chance to win it, they're going to need a touchdown this possession.
The North Stars taking their time here, not going no huddle and keeping it on the ground. Shotgun formation. Vasquez directing traffic. 7 minutes and counting. Flag thrown on the play. And before this one can get snapped, a pre-snap penalty. Delay of game against Nottingham, so really taking their time here when time is of the essence, and not of the essence really. You gotta try and take advantage of this clock. But Nottingham, doesn't seem like they're really trying to push this tempo at all. Vasquez takes the snap, pumps, throws deep, looking for Banquet. It falls incomplete. Bosquet, excuse me. The defensive back making the play. Again, it's Jake Berman. As he bats that one, another deflected pass for him today. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, North Stars.
Yeah, these pre-snap penalties make it extremely tough.
Yep.
You've seen Nottingham hasn't been able to pick up many 3rd and longs. And they've been pinned deep in their own territory. a lot for most of the second half.
6:53, the clock halted for the time being. 3rd and 10, inside their own 10. Vasquez with time, throws over the middle, intercepted. Jake Berman with the takeaway. And that should just about do it for the Bulldogs. They'll take over inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the Nottingham 15.
Pass just a little bit too high, and Byrne was in the right spot and able to make a play on the ball. And just another crushing turnover. That's been the story of this game, the turnovers.
Absolutely.
Hopewell's been able to take advantage of a few and turn them into points, and so far Nottingham hasn't been able to take advantage of any since the first quarter.
Vlasic in the gun, feeds Valenza left side, looking for the end zone, shoved out of bounds inside the 5.
Will Melissa Vickers please come down to the concession stand?
Strong carry from the 15 down to the 5-yard line. They mark him with a 1st down, as he does have the distance. 1st and goal for Hopewell Valley. The clock stopped at 6:40 with Valenza going out of bounds. Vlasic in the gun, Valenza to his right, they give it to him. Up the middle, slipping defenders, falling. Is he in?
He's in there. I think he's in there.
Looked like he was. No signal. They got him down at the 1-yard line. I mean, Valenza's in the end zone. He's getting picked up out of it. I guess his knee must have touched before the ball crossed. He looked in. Clear as day, he looked in.
And it looked like everyone with a white jersey was in.
Yeah, Vlasic under center. Trying to push him in. Unable to do so. No signal yet. He's short. 3rd and goal coming up here from the 1-yard line. Third and goal from the 1-yard line. Vlasic back in the same formation under center. Lunging his way, and this time he's in. His 3rd touchdown on the ground. Grayson Vlasic in for the touchdown. And Hopewell Valley just about puts a cap on this one. Up by 21 with the extra point looming. 5:37 to play here in the 4th. Vlasic with 3 of the scores today. The other one coming from the defensive lineman Carter Horvath. A 15-yard scoop and score touchdown. Yeah. Reinhardt on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Flags come flying in. Kick is good. But this one, delay of game against Hopewell Valley. Set him back 5 yards.
That fumble recovery at the end of the half was probably the biggest turning point in this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll talk with the Hopewell Valley Bulldog at the end of this one. One of them will be our Italian People's Bakery player of the game, and Carter Horvath seems like a guy that we might be speaking with at the end of this one with what he was able to do to put his stamp on this one to end the first half and really shift the momentum. So Reinhardt on from the 15-yard line here for the extra point. Good snap, handled by Vlasic. The kick is up, and it's good. 5:37 remains in regulation, 28-6. Hopewell Valley leading by 22. And the North Stars looking for some life offensively in this one, but Hopewell Valley, with how their defense is played, might have just sealed the deal here this afternoon. A great game so far this afternoon. Alongside Darnell Turner, my name is Mike Warren. Hopewell Valley well on their way to improving to 3-1 on the season. Next week for Hopewell Valley, they take on Allentown at home on Friday night at 7 o'clock. For Nottingham, they'll take on Heightstown on Friday at 6.
Honda CRV license plate number 816 KU.
Reinhardt and the kickoff team comes on here for Hopewell Valley. And after that victory last week against Notre Dame, Dave Caldwell, I was down on the field after that game. He was talking with his team. He was saying how that example that they put on tape against Notre Dame is just the very beginning of how good this team can be this year. Reinhardt, squib kick, handled by Brickhouse. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for Nottingham. 5:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. But he was saying to his squad that this is really just the beginning. You know, was imploring everyone to just understand how much belief the coaching staff had in this team, how good they could be. And you think about the heights they reached last season, a senior-led team a year ago, just as it is again this year. A lot of depth, a lot of experience on this squad, and a big-time win over Notre Dame at home last week really started to get this team thinking in the right direction. And today, after a slow start, the defense gives them a spark going into the halftime locker room, and that was just everything that they needed. They came out in the second half rejuvenated and with a revamped game plan that really paid off. Here's Vasquez running away from pressure. He's carried out of bounds into his own sideline.
Yeah, complimentary football at its finest. You know, the offense was lacking in the first half, and the defense was able to, you know, keep them in this game and, you know, even put some points on the board. And then the second half, offensively, they were able to put together a couple of drives here.
Gain of 2 on the carry from Vasquez, 2nd and 8.
Every week isn't going to be perfect, but, you know, build good habits. Got a bunch of guys that have, you know, been on this field for a long time, like you said, senior-led.
Vasquez with pressure, steps up, he's hit. Just gets back to the line of scrimmage, but another sack here on the afternoon from the Bulldogs.
And, you know, now with this lead, the Dogs are hunting.
Franco getting there with Adebre, as well as Barker. Ethan Barker, the senior D lineman, getting there as well to combine for the sack, 3rd and 8.
Once they settled in and stopped having so many penalties, they've really bottled this Nottingham offense.
Rumpf takes the snap, rolls to his right, has pressure, throws on the run, pass is incomplete, intended for Vasquez, goes out of bounds. 4th down.
It's another dangerous throw there.
Punt team going to come on for Nottingham. Jude Berman back to receive at his own 25-yard line. Looks like Mondas here to punt here for the Northstars. Snap handled. High punt, not deep. It'll head towards the sideline, over the fence, almost into the bleachers. And Mondesir shaken up after that one. So that punt went out of bounds, they say at the 50-yard line. That's where Hopewell Valley takes over. 4:32 to go in this one, and if they take this drive the way that they're capable of doing on the ground, they might be able to run the rest of this time off the clock.
First and 10 Bulldogs at the 50.
We'll start at midfield. Vlasic and the Bulldogs offense hurrying back out onto the field. Adebre coming on as the tight end, the left side of the line. Vlasic takes the snap, hands it off. This is Hemmer. Fights his way forward, give him about 3 on the carry, 2nd and 7. Get the clock rolling, just what Hopewell Valley wants. The identity of this Bulldogs team has definitely been established, a ground attack that can do it in a number of ways. Selective in the passing game as they were today, able to kind of show different looks, different examples of how there might be ways for them to take the top off the defense, but just as they were kind of flirting with those looks, stayed true with the run game, and the more that they went to the ground, they were able to get things going for Vlasic on the read option. Early in the first half, they tried to go side to side, sweeping runs in either direction. In the second half, that opened up things for Vlasic to take things into control with himself. Back to Hemmer, on the ground, lowers his shoulder, fighting forward and inside the 40-yard line. Plenty for the first down, it'll move the sticks.
Yeah, that's why it's important to, even if the run game isn't going well for you, to try to consistently stick with it, because you never know when it's going to start opening up, especially late in the second half and moments like this where you're trying to run the clock out. You know, in a situation like this where the game's pretty much out of hand, guys don't want to tackle anymore. You can see Hemmer right there on that run, just bulldozing through.
Yeah. Nearing 3 minutes to play, 1st and 10. Vlasic back to Hemmer, right side. Stiff arms a man.
Oh my.
Shivers another.
Oh.
Down the sideline. Hemmer tight ropes the sideline into the end zone.
It's only a matter of time before they got a big one on the ground.
Luke Hemmer from about 38 yards out in for the touchdown. An exclamation point added by the Bulldogs offense as Hemmer grounds and pounds his way in from 38 yards out for the score. Extra point team coming on with Reinhardt. And another score for the Bulldogs.
It's a team that had 0 points with about 3.5 minutes in the second quarter. And,
yeah.
You know, for them to still put up 35, it says a lot about this team and where they can go offensively moving forward.
Reinhardt extra point is good. Injury down on the field with 2:46 to play, 35-6. Hopewell Valley leads. We'll take a timeout here on WBCB.
These are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Errol Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi.
Back here on WBCB, the Bulldogs set to boot things away after the 38-yard touchdown run from Luke Hemmer. Yadimick sends this one high and in the air, off the hands, handled by Mondesir at the 20. Looking for space, not much there, runs into one of his own guys before he's drugged down. Tackle made by Jude Berman. 1st and 10 for Nottingham, 2:40 to play here in the 4th quarter. So for Nottingham, they'll send the offense back out onto the field, but This one well in hand for Hopewell Valley. They'll improve to 3-1 on the season after an opening week loss that kind of shocked a lot of people with Hopewell Valley. A very strong fought game in week 0. They've responded with 3 straight wins ahead of next week as they will get set to take on Allentown on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Here's Rumpf taking over in the gun. A back to his left. Direct snap. Keeps it. Looking for the edge. Left side. Drugged down at the 30-yard line.
Tackled by number 14, Will Flannery.
Will Flannery in on the stop. The junior defensive back. 2nd down. A long 7.
2nd and 7, Northstars at the 31.
Rumpf takes his time, gets in to the huddle. Splits the receivers wide right. Vasquez, the low man, trips right. Rumpf, keeper again, rolls right, wants to throw now, floats it right side. It is complete. DeArvin Pena hauls it in but steps out of bounds across the 40 at the 42-yard line. Clock stops, 1:55 to play. 3rd down and 1.
31, Northstars at the 37.
Or excuse me, the ball spotted at the 37-yard line. My apologies. Rumpf and Bosquet. Excuse me, Vasquez and Bosquet at the bottom. Vasquez in motion, Rumpf throwing that way. Pass complete. Vasquez has the 1st down and more. He's drugged down across the 45, right around the 47-yard line. It's a Nottingham 1st down.
A scary throw there, able to adjust his body, make that catch, pick up a 1st down.
Final 90 and change in this one. Rumpf from the gun. Same formation here for the Northstars. Snap taken, but flags come out. False start. Going to be called against Nottingham. That'll set him back 5 yards. 1st and 15. Clock stops at 1:29. Again, coming up after this one, the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview. That can be found on our Instagram page as well as on our YouTube page, WBCB Sports. Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter/X, WBCB_SN, for all your up-to-the-minute coverage here in Mercer and Bucks County. Flags thrown again here on 1st and 15. Make it 1st and 20. Back-to-back false starts. So Nottingham just trying to run the clock out here. They're having trouble getting the ball snapped. Rumpf now gets the snap, drops back, lets it fly deep down the middle, looking for Vasquez. Pass falls incomplete. Flannery on the coverage in defense with Luke Lebson. Lebson able to get a hand on that one. 2nd and long, clock stops, 56 seconds to go.
2nd and 20, Northstars.
Shotgun formation for Nottingham. Man in motion is Pena. Rumpf takes the snap and boots right. Steps up, throws, has a man. Pena can't haul it in. It falls incomplete. And Pena slow to get up.
Yeah, tough
An injury
throw.
timeout for Nottingham.
Tough throw in the double coverage there. 2 guys converging on him. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, hopefully he is here. Definitely don't want to have an injury in the final minutes. Nottingham.
He almost came down with that catch.
He did. North Stars airing it out here down the final stretch. 49 seconds to play in regulation and an injury timeout down on the field. We'll be back here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Action set to resume here from Nottingham. Rumpf in the gun, Brickhouse to his left. Gets the receiver set at the line. Wow, huge hit in the backfield. They give it to Brickhouse, and coming up with a huge stick is Stephen Billebrand. What a pop from Billebrand. 4th and long. Final seconds tick away. We'll see if Nottingham even takes a snap here. I think they might have to take one more. But it looks like this is going to do it in this one. Final score this afternoon, 35-6. As Hopewell Valley improves to 3-1, their 3rd straight victory. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview can be found on our YouTube and Instagram page. Following the conclusion of this one, I want to thank all of our sponsors who made today's broadcast possible. The Revere Restaurant, Team Toyota, the Capital Health System, Kessel Dermatology, the NJEA, Hanley DeFalco for Mercer County Prosecutor, Saul Funeral Homes, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Hamilton Township Division of Health, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, Haldeman Ford, all proud to bring you today's coverage on WBCB. For the crew, Ava Fife produced today's stream. Darnell Turner did our camera work and our color commentary. My name is Mike Warren. We thank you so much for tuning in to high school football on WBCB as the Bulldogs take the final over Nottingham 35-6. Until we talk to you again next week for more high school coverage here on WBCB, we thank you so much for tuning in this afternoon. Have a great weekend, everybody.